evening. And also just to participate in the 7-day Reiki cleanse. Our intention was for you to get a deeper connection both to your Reiki energy and how you interact with that energy, and also find a deeper connection with your authentic self. So I hope that you were able to find that through the daily heart activities, some of the meditations and the videos that we created for you. Really, we wanted you to start to get creative about how you're calling on Reiki and how you're using it in your life. Now, I'm curious if you guys could share what Reiki level that you're currently attuned to.
Hold on.
Oh, is everybody on mute?
Yes.
Hello, hello.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Hello, hello.
Hi, we can hear you now.
Go for it. Martha, go ahead. You're unmuted.
Okay, Reiki 2?
Reiki 2, wonderful.
I'm just a beginner, so I haven't really done any levels at all.
Okay, wonderful. Well, and that's why Patty and I offer these Reiki attunements at different times throughout the years to kind of bring people on board so that they can get more familiar and attuned to working with this energy. And I know Patty down in Miami and me in Tampa host regular Reiki circles where people who are attuned can come and they can practice, because a lot of working with Reiki is just simply making that intention to practice Reiki, and then so that people who are curious can come and receive Reiki. So that's something I know here in Tampa I do every month. Patty, how often are you doing those down in Miami?
I do them once a month as well.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so we really do those as a touch point to kind of create these little ripples of positivity within the community. And then we do these attunements throughout the year. We try not to stack them on top of each other, just to make it so that people have some time to integrate the energy before they go on to the next level. So you won't see Patty or I teaching like a Reiki 1 and 2 and 3 course like some folks tend to do, because we really believe that each time you receive a Reiki level of attunement, some really powerful and deep shifts happen in your life. So I know my next Reiki level 2 is in November here in Tampa, and Reiki level 1 I'll be offering in January. How about you, Patty?
I actually offer mine a little bit more consistently. My next Reiki level 2 class is August 18th, and then maybe Reiki 3 in September, but it depends if people sign up for it. If not, that's okay. And then Reiki 1 in October and November. So I try to do it like every month, doing a Reiki class, a different level, just to capture those who can't come in. For example, I just had and I also do it privately. So I just had somebody call me and say that she wants to learn Reiki 1 like privately because my next class was so far away. And so she's like, yes, so tomorrow I'm teaching Reiki 1 after I see my clients. So it's going to be a nice long day. But I'm excited, super happy to be able to share that.
Yeah, it is exciting to bring more people into teaching them how to work with Reiki.
Mm-hmm.
Do you suggest as a group initially or private, or just the individual's preference?
My preference as a teacher is to work with people in a group setting. And the reason for that is part of the Reiki attunement very often involves practicing Reiki. So I like to have at least 2 or 4 people where they're able to kind of practice with each other and to feel what that sensation is of giving and of receiving. So be able to sit in both of those seats. So personally, I won't do attunement, private attunement, unless there's at least 2 people.
Okay.
Yeah,
in my situation, I offer it privately, depending on the circumstance of the situation. And then I fine tune it to the specific person. So, for example, the person who's coming tomorrow to learn, she wants to learn because she's a caregiver for her mom who has a mental health disability. And so she wants to use Reiki for herself, for self-care, as well as to help her mom. So I'm going to fine tune that class to be able to help her for self-care, and then how she can also use it as a caregiving tool. But also just being mindful of and really explaining what Reiki is, to not elevate. Because like when I got involved with Reiki, I learned Reiki as a tool that I thought could help heal someone. And throughout my experience, I had to learn for myself what healing meant. So now I teach that to my clients or my students of like, well, healing can show up in different ways. Doesn't mean the absence of a disease. It's the growth of awareness. And that can mean, again, different things for different people on their journey. So,
Yeah. Yeah, so I know Patty's going to kind of jump in and take the lead, but I do want to let you guys know that after we do a little bit of a question and answer, Patty and I have a little surprise for you for being here.
Mhm.
Yippee.
Martha knows I'm
Thank
good
you.
at surprises most of the time. So awesome. Okay. Yeah. So we've already started it. So like Libby said, right now we want to just jump into any questions, any insights, any ahas that you experienced during the Reiki cleanse. I know, Emily, this is like just new for you, and it's really interesting to have you on here without going through Reiki. And so that's cool. Definitely love to hear your experience, and Marta, of course, you know, what it was like for you. So.
I think
Feel
for
like I'm
me,
put on the spot.
the energy, sensing the energy around your space, that was very meaningful and impactful for me, because I was following along on the YouTube, and then felt the energy, and it was like, was that really it? Well, I felt something. What does it mean? And just being able to interpret it and tap into it. And I guess more recently, I'd say the last 3 months, I've been sensing an energy about myself, but didn't know how to pinpoint it. So that exercise alone was very helpful in terms of being able to connect with my own individual energy, and going forward, look forward to being more attuned, and is it positive, is it negative, does it need to be adjusted, or whatever it is. So, and like I said, it's been probably a year since I did a Reiki circle, but it's just always been on my radar, and I've watched a few YouTubes, but nothing interactive like the cleanse. So I think it was just good timing for me.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. And just to kind of add, the biosyn scan, it's not specific or tied to Reiki. Like you said,
Okay.
anyone can do it because we're all sensitive to energy. We can all feel energy. Kind of like when you step into a room, you feel the people before you even talk to them.
Right.
And so
Wow.
with this exercise, you get to use your hands to go over you and even go over another person, because you're being more intentional of like, what do I feel when I approach this person? What do I feel when I approach myself? Like, do I feel a change? Now, how Reiki can help with that is it helps you to identify and help you stay more centered when you feel these and connect the spiritual consciousness. So that is what separates energy healing from Reiki, is that we're always connected to spirit. We're always like, hey, spirit, I got a question for you. You know, just like if we would have a coach or a mentor, we have something bigger. And they're always talking to us in different ways. Some of us can hear it, some of us can feel it, some of us can see them. So Reiki just up levels that to be like, what does this mean when you ask yourself that question?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a learning experience every day. It gets bigger and bigger. It widens more and more. That's kind of the experience that I've been getting. That I had no idea that I have all this in me, and I can kind of learn how to understand them and kind of use it for good, especially for answering your own inner questions. It's like it's growing and growing more and more each day for me, as I find myself just wanting to be in it all the time lately. I don't know if that's a good thing or that's a crazy thing. I don't know, but it's just like I'm drawn. It pulls me, and I'm drawn more and more and more toward knowing more about this, wanting to do more, like excitement about it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of course. And it's an evolving, and one thing that I tell a lot of my clients or Reiki students and clients is that Reiki is just an ongoing practice, and you're learning a new muscle because we're not trained in this technique. We don't spend 12 years in spiritual education or feeling energy or helping to move energy. We're told most of the time, sit still, stop fidgeting, pay attention. That's it. So it's a whole different shift where you're not being told what to do or how to feel. You're being guided and encouraged to own it for yourself, to create your own answer. So a lot of those questions that you're asking, is this right? Is this wrong? Those are typical society questions.
Right.
And so your question is, does this feel right? Yes,
right.
This is awesome. All right, I'm going to stay in it, you know? Or does it feel yucky? Time to move away. So you start learning to get to the essence of what that energy is. But it's still a learning curve. There's still a lot of times I'm like, what does that mean?
And that's a big reason why we included the section on intuition, because a lot of what happens as we're diving deep into this Reiki connection is we're diving deep into our connection to our own true self, and we're learning to distinguish that voice of intuition from the voice of what society says we should be doing, to what our souls feel that we should be doing, or what spirit feels that we should be doing.
One thing I experienced, and I think I will answer my own question, is after I started the cleanse, probably almost immediately started having all these lucid, vivid dreams, you know, like, oh my gosh, like unreal, you know, and I thought I was talking in my sleep because they were just so, they were probably magnified, you know, 50 times greater than just a regular dream. And I was questioning that this morning. I was like, what was it, you know, that caused that? And now it's like probably the cleanse, you know. I never put those two together, but I'm thinking that must have been the reason for it. I don't know if other people have expressed that.
Yeah, like I would love to have an elusive dream. Lucid?
Lucid.
Is that the lucid? I'm dying to have one of those. I pray for it. I think I've had maybe one or two that it actually woke me up. I just sat up in bed and I'm like, whoa, oh my God, I felt this. I felt the warmth of the person's hand. I just finished having a conversation. And then the next thing I know, oh my God, I can't remember oh my God, it was just so real. But I've had like one or two of those. And it's just like, I pray for it almost every night. Please, angels, give me a lucid dream. I want to know what I'm dreaming, because I just don't remember. I do not remember any dreams, and I would love to have that experience. I would love that, because it's amazing. Consider yourself lucky.
I guess I'm so analytical. I was over analyzing, everything in the dream and what does it mean and why that person, and and I wake up.
I'm so glad I'm not alone on that one.
So that was my
overanalyzing. Yeah, I know that one too.
Yeah. Again, we each experience energy in many different ways. And so what's important is embracing our process and enjoying the process, and knowing that if it's going to shift in any way, it will happen in due time. So just being patient with that. And again, there's other techniques that that I'd probably recommend to sometimes go deeper. Like Reiki is a tool, but there's other techniques that can also help. Breath work is something that's really good as well too. And I've been trying to actually work with a breath work practitioner here in Miami to be like, can you do breath work and I'll do Reiki? It's going to be awesome. She has yet to confirm with me, so I'm working on it. I love combining Reiki with different tools. Libby and I have done work together with, she does yoga. I go around doing Reiki. We've done sound healing with another practitioner, and then we go around and do Reiki. So it can be used, again, as a tool in other complementary therapies. So again, another idea is, Martha, because I know you're on Reiki too, is using the symbols and adding crystals to enhance that, and and using the intention to clear any blocks that are preventing you, if there are any. And that could be an intention, because again, sometimes when we ask something too much, that's not showing that we trust the process, and pushes things away because we want it so much. So
that makes sense.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, these are things that awareness just, that's something that Reiki, when I get very emotional about things, which happens a lot, I've learned to just take a step back, just hands over my heart, which is what we did in the heart meditation, and just be present and get out of, especially if you're analytical, staying in your head, coming down out of your head and into your heart, because your heart actually is the highest vibration and extends over 8 feet in front of us. So we want to be here than we want to appear, because this is actually more controlled. It's smaller, whereas this one expands more, and this is where we feel more. So cool. Good. Any highlights or any of your favorites of well, I guess before I kind of go into that, this is honestly Libby and I first time of doing this Reiki cleanse, and we're really, really excited, but we'll love to hear from you. What did you enjoy about the Reiki cleanse, and is there anything that we could have done to make it better?
I think I enjoyed building my principles. I've actually have a lot written down, and I I finally got that. I think I finally got that. The intention, the principle, I think I got that. That's finally working for me. I'm going through the because gratitude. Yeah, got to work on that. I got to make it a habit. There was something that, yes. When I tried to open my Facebook page, that I had deactivated my account for several reasons. And I said, I want to be part of this community. I want to hear what's going on with other practitioners and clients. I turned it back on and I started seeing pictures, and it just completely destroyed me and triggered me. And I said, okay, there's got to be another way to communicate with the community. Patty, I thought of, what about a WhatsApp group page that is kept very private with just the members? That's just a suggestion. To create a WhatsApp, you can put videos on there, you can put recordings on there, and it's just whoever the members are, it's kept private.
Mm-hmm.
That's the WhatsApp group. Because the Facebook, to me, I felt like I'm like, oh no, here I go again. But I'm kind of glad it did, because now it's like, okay, there's certain things that's triggering me in Facebook. Now I'm going to attack this. Now I'm going to fix this. Now I'm going to heal myself from whatever's I felt attacked on Facebook. I'm going to grow balls and I'm going to go back in there, because why should I be left out of a Facebook page because of certain things and people that triggered me? No, that is not bigger than me. I control it because it's my page. That's the other part that I got from that exercise, from the cleanse. God, I talk a lot. Sorry, guys.
You're totally fine. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, Libby and I have been talking about some options of what that could look like for continuing the group, because honestly, I'm overwhelmed by Facebook groups, and I was like, I want to start another one. Like, just
Yeah.
this one,
I don't blame you.
and then I'm like, oh my goodness, am I sending this intention out? And so I've been trying to be like, oh, what is my vibration? Like, what is that attracting people? Is that pushing people away? So but definitely, I know that Facebook, many people have left Facebook because it's very triggering. It's addiction, and it doesn't fill them up in a lot of ways. Again, depending on the people who, what's triggering them, and their opportunity to say, I can move away from them. Some people can easily, others cannot, and that's okay. It's great that you know where you are. Like you said, Martha, you got back up there and you're like, this is definitely not for me. I'm backing back out. That's awesome. Instead of pushing yourself, it's okay to push yourself and get a little uncomfortable because of fear, but there's also a difference of pushing yourself and being uncomfortable and not growing out of that process, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah,
big time.
Okay, cool. How about you, Emily? Any feedback on ideas to make the cleanse better? Or again, I know you're like pretty new to this, so you're like, yeah.
Right. I am, and I found out about it on the first day, and then wasn't expecting the worksheets. So I didn't have the worksheets, and
No.
with my schedule, I knew, so I couldn't figure out that, and my schedule changes every day. So in the middle of the cleanse, I had a pretty intense driving schedule and just never downloaded any worksheets. So I was like, I'm missing out. I'm supposed to be writing what I'm thankful for, and great. So mentally it was in my head, but I didn't write out or see any of the worksheets. So it's my fault for not going back, you know, and then I was like, well, I don't want to get too far behind, and
Okay.
but I'm sure they were helpful for those who were able to access them. I just had a rough week that week, but you know, my
And
intention was,
Emily,
yes.
Just a little side note. Even though I did print out the workbook, yeah, I didn't get through it myself either.
Okay.
The moment I got triggered on that lesson, which had to do with intuition, it like threw me off. So yes, I did see the rest of the videos, and I looked at the worksheet, but I didn't finish them either. So I'm at fault there too. But I did do the videos. I did listen to the videos, and then I did do the meditation at the end, which I thought was incredibly and awesome. But no, I didn't get to finish the other half of the workbook. So, I mean, I'm at fault too at that part too, you know. So, just in case it makes you feel a little bit better, I didn't finish it either.
All right.
Sorry, teachers.
No, we
Being
don't want you
honest.
guys to be sorry. We know that we put a lot of different things out there because we know that certain things will serve certain people. So the last thing we want you guys to do is to beat yourself up because you didn't do something. Instead, we really want you to celebrate that you were able to participate, that the energy, you got a greater connection to Reiki energy, and that you got exactly what you needed.
Right. Libby,
Yes.
I did on the video. I don't know if it's because I didn't my screen or something, but I didn't get to see exactly how you did the massage or the acupuncture on the feet.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't show on the video, and I'm like, oh man, I really would have loved to see exactly how she put her thumbs. What does she mean? Rubbing where, and or
Okay.
actually take the chart and go a little further with us, like little steps, the toes, the heel of the foot, the ankle. I would have loved to have more information, maybe more in the next cleanse. But the video chopped off, and I just heard you explaining. I didn't see any footwork. Yeah, just a little note there.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we had quite a fun experience filming those videos.
No, they were great. I thought they were great. But I'm like, oh, I gotta let them know about this. It didn't show up, or this and that, or this that you guys did were phenomenal. Like the meditation at the end, that was incredible. That was wonderful.
Well, I am so glad you like that because we have for you another little meditation. So if you guys would like to find a comfortable seat, and if you're in a seat, just if you can get 2 feet on the ground, or if you're already on a bolster or something, just close your eyes and find a nice long straight spine. And just begin here to connect with your breath. Just becoming aware of the constant presence. Each inhale, of each exhale. Just notice how this combination of heart chakra sound and your calm breath Helps chase away any worries. Really just helps reconnect you. Now, Patty and I are again going to send you both some Reiki using the distant symbol of Reiki so that you can receive whatever you need from Reiki, from your spirits and your guides and your angels this moment. So just allow yourself to relax and know that in this moment, nobody is asking anything of you. You can simply allow this energy to wash over you. Knowing that your spirit will take whatever is needed. Will discard whatever isn't needed. The beautiful thing about receiving and giving Reiki is that this energy, while concentrated in a moment that you're receiving it, really resonates for much longer than that moment. Most people who receive a Reiki treatment will report feeling those benefits, echoing for 3 or even 4 days afterwards, sometimes even a week. And every time we sit down to connect with this energy, our intention is that it sends you to your highest and your best space. So know that this evening we're concentrating this energy really for this small period of time, but we know, we're confident that it's going to continue to move, and that the energy of just working with Reiki for the past week in your Reiki cleanse is really going to have a powerful reverberation effect in your life. And our hope is that you'll continue to use this energy personally with others in your life if you're attuned to Reiki, but then also when you have the time by showing up to those Reiki circles, showing up to those events where you can communicate in person with other practitioners, with like-minded people. And I know Patty is really excited to talk to you about our Reiki retreat that we host every year.
Yeah. Yes. Awesome. Well, before we go there, just want to check in right quick. That was a very brief meditation, very similar to what you've experienced already. But just curious, how are you feeling right now since um, the meditation that Libby led and that we supported with the distant Reiki?
Powerful.
Powerful.
Patty, Patty, all I'm telling you is powerful. Like movement, what I experienced was movement in my abdominal area, and I felt it rising, and it just stopped, and again it was that pressurization I felt right below my breast area, and like the beginning of my rib cage, that area right there. I felt it moving up, and then it just se estancó. I don't know how you say that in English. It
just jumped out.
just stayed there, and it pressurized, and then it just released. And I'm like, oh my God, wow. And this is distant. Wow. That, I was just at awe, powerful and at awe. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Both of you.
One word you said, pressure. I guess I felt, because I had been so rushed, I felt like a energy coming forward here on my shoulders saying, be calm, calm down, slow down. And so I felt very, I just felt it saying, calm down, slow down. So a very calming energy to counteract all of my rush, what society, kind of all that society energy I felt going away, and just more positive, calming energy, that it's okay to be calm. So thank you for sending that.
Welcome.
You're so welcome. Yes, definitely. And so one of the things that Libby and I, so as we explained, we've been friends for many years. And one of the things that we love to do is collaborate together. And this year, we did it a few years ago, actually in 2013, when I taught my first Reiki 1 and 2 class. And that was the first time that I taught them back to back. And I did it one other time, and then after that, I was like, never again. It is too strong of an energy to teach in one weekend. Everybody left there so sick, because it's such a energy, physical, emotional release, and they're like, what happened? So I was like, who knew? But what we came up with this.
I believe that.
Yeah, no.
I truly believe that. You leave there and you're like, energetically drained. Yep. I know what you're talking about.
So what we created this year is a Reiki retreat for self-love and healing. And it was so powerful and so amazing that we're like, oh, we definitely have to do this once a year. And so we found a beautiful location called the Kashi Ashram, which is in Central Florida. And it's over 80 acres of beautiful land that you can wander around throughout the day and evening if you dare. No, we did the wandering at night. So within the Mariposa's retreats, in this specific 2020 Reiki retreat, it's very similar to what we just experienced. There's going to be a lot of group activities. We're not teaching Reiki, but Reiki is a huge component in everything that we do, from blessing our food at every meal, from doing yoga in the morning with Libby, to group Reiki circles, meditation. We have a fire ceremony in the evening. Reiki focused. So Reiki is interwoven in everything that we do. Now, to attend the retreat, you don't have to know Reiki. Just like, you know, being present to receive the meditation, you didn't have to know Reiki to receive it. So within this Reiki retreat for self-love and healing, it's a 4-day retreat and 3 nights where everything is taken care of for you. And you would be able to go to the mariposasretreats.com website and just see this really amazing video that we had professionally done this year at our retreat. And this is one of our participants, where it's really about transforming yourself. And everyone who at the end of the retreat definitely said that in some way they transformed themselves by coming back to self. So it's a really amazing way of disconnecting yourself to reconnecting both mind, body, and spirit. And so within this retreat, like I said, everything is taken care of. At the Kashi ashram, they cook vegan and vegetarian meals. You can specify if you just want it vegan. They definitely accommodate to the best of their ability. And we're going to have be staying in a house on property where we also have another Reiki practitioner, Alicia, with us, who she'll be making some amazing wellness teas. So you have an issue, talk to Alicia and she'll help create an amazing tea for you. And again, within the retreat, we're going to have a variety of different activities. Let me see if they show up. So these are just some of the pictures. But here we're going to have Reiki circles. I'm going to facilitate journey dance, where we use the spirit of movement and music to really connect to ourselves and to release. We have different guided meditations, group chakra balancing, like I said, sound and color healing, and fire ceremony. So a variety of activities that are always optional. You're welcome to come into the activities if you feel guided to, or you can walk the grounds if you feel guided to. We're going to have small discussions on self-care and what that looks like for you. And again, the idea is to be present. And there's going to be a lot of individual time. That was something that the people walked away and said, we want more of quiet time by ourselves. Usually after the meals, we say, okay, this is time for silence. Go for a walk in the woods by yourself. And the first day, they're like, wait, what are we doing? What? By ourselves? Like, some people had a little bit of, it was uncomfortable because they're always used to being with other people. But once they kind of pushed past that uncomfortableness, they really got to step into their enjoying it and actually looked forward to it. And like I said, they actually asked for more. And we also have an activity after a couple of meals where we have different stations set up, like a yoga station, an oracle reading station, a drawing station, a journaling station, where you get to sit at each station or at one station and just really fully immerse yourself in the practice. And this is done in silence, and we have music playing in the background. So as a thank you for being part of this event, would love for you to join us. And part of that would be our gift is putting a $100 deposit, which will guarantee you, that you're included in this. So being a part of this Reiki retreat, spots are already filling up. So we want to help you secure your spot, and then there'll be 2 payments depending on the kind of room that you want. This is An individual room, the total is $725. Again, everything is included, which is an individual room with your bed, a closet, a table and dresser, and there is a shared bathroom close to the room. There's also a shared room with one or more people, depending on the amount of people we receive, where again, you'll have the bed, the closet, and then all the meals are taken care of, all the activities are taken care of, and then we have goodie bags that we'll be providing at the event or at the retreat to help to really integrate the practices and the activities that we're going through. So that being said, I'd love to know if you have any questions, and I will go ahead and put the link here. Oops. Once I make it bigger in chat box, once I find it. Oh, I have to stop share. That's why it's not letting me do it.
Patty, do we need to bring our own mats? I mean,
Your own yoga mat?
I have a mat, but I don't have anything else on that I see on the web page, like blocks, and
No,
I really don't do yoga.
Yeah, so the Kashi Ashram is actually set up for yoga. So the yoga rooms are fully stocked. They have all of those props, the blocks, the blankets. There's yoga mats. You're welcome to bring that if you have one. Patty, Alicia, and I'll bring some meditation cushions. So if you have a favorite meditation cushion, you're welcome to. But really, you could just show up with a bag of clothes and a smile, and we'll take care of you.
Yeah, before the event, before the retreat, we'll be sending out the agenda. We'll be sending out, what we feel are good things to pack, like a planning supply or packing supplies. But definitely the most thing, like especially like what the weather and things are going to be like up there. And so we'll take care of that for you in regards to what would be helpful.
What to pack.
Have an amazing experience. But basically the idea is that you're going to be packing light. The most important thing, like Libby said, bring clothes, bring yourselves, bring an open mind, and just be ready to be transformed in a very loving environment.
Wonderful. Looking forward to it.
Our goal is really to take you guys out of this space where so often we're doing for others, and we really wanted to create a space where you guys can really just take care of yourself, and that's why really what inspired us to make this nourishing weekend. There's so much of seeing to as moms, if we're moms, what our children need, if we're partners, what our partner needs. Out in the world, very often working with people, we're really outwardly focused, which is wonderful. And it's a great way to serve others. But in order to give so much to others, you need to also take that time to refill. So, yeah, so we created just a whole long weekend where you can refill and refill and rejuvenate and refresh and walk away. It will float away, hopefully. Feeling wonderful.
And
Looking forward to it.
So Martha is actually going. She's already space, in an individual room. So those are filling up really fast.
Yeah, we have one individual room left, and the retreat is about 1/3 full so far. We're accepting 20 people total. That's where we're going to cap.
Wow, that's a lot.
Well, we have Patty and I plus one other Reiki facilitator. So we'll be, the space could accommodate more than 20, but we really want to keep it as an intimate gathering. So we're capping at 20.
Which includes the us facilitators.
Yeah. Sounds great.
So wonderful. Well, the link is in the chat box. And so if there's any other questions that come up, you definitely have our contact information. And we just really want to say thank you for joining us on this Reiki cleanse. It's been a pleasure being present with you and sharing our gifts with you as you continue to expand your energy. Whether it's Reiki or not, it's all just love energy. And we're happy that you've taken this time for yourself to really cleanse yourself, whatever it is that looks like. And Emily, like you said, it's a lot of things were happening, not just through the Reiki cleanser. It's actually a lot of cosmic stuff that I don't necessarily understand myself, but there was a huge cosmic shift happening last week too. It wasn't the Mercury retrograde. It was something even more powerful.
Yeah, it was the 13,000 year New Year or Happy New Year thing.
Yeah.
13th portal, 13th portal, which I'm trying to understand myself too. Yeah, some huge stuff happened, but it's all in this small community that only the people that are aware of it understand it. It's the rest of the world that needs to open up and awaken.
Everybody's on their own path. We have to love them.
Exactly.
Awesome. Wonderful. Any last words, Emily?
No, I'll just have to look at my, schedule for the retreat, but would love to reserve a spot. Maybe by this Friday or so.
Wonderful. We'd love to have you.
Yes, even before then, I want to get over to Jaidi. I have a friend who goes on the Wednesday yoga, but I haven't been able to go. But want to look at just connecting back to Reiki.
Yeah.
Activities in general there.
Mm-hmm.
And we did shift that start time of the monthly Reiki circle to 6:30. Just to accommodate folks getting.
Right, everyone will definitely have a wonderful rest of your evening. And we look forward to just staying in touch. We'll definitely update you if there's a future Reiki cleanse. And this was a lot of fun for us to do as well. And definitely just stay tuned in regards to upcoming events that we're both having.
Yeah.
So, all right, everyone, have a great
sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.